Hello everyone and welcome to, I think it's day 5 now, isn't it? And we've got a very exciting day. We've got quite a good case study going on here. This is Underwood and Postman of 1960, and again we're sticking with that memory theme again. Okay, so the aim of this case study was to see if new learning interferes with previous learning. So here we're almost moving on to this idea of interference, things that we have learnt that make it difficult to recall other information that we have previously learnt. Okay, so the method, participants were divided into two groups. Group A were asked to learn a list of word pairs, cat tree, candle table, apple lake, etc. They were then asked to learn a second list of word pairs, cat glass, candle whale, apple sadness. Group B were asked to learn the first list of words only. Both groups were asked to recall the first list of word pairs. Okay, so this is a matched pairs case study. So Group A had the interference of having to learn the second list of words, whereas Group B were only asked to learn the first list. Then they were both asked to recall the first list. Okay, so that's the interference bit setting in there. The second list that Group A will learn probably interfered with the processing of the first set of words. So the results were Group B's recall of the first words was more accurate than that of Group A. So obviously we're seeing here that Group A's interference obviously sort of messed with the processing there. It probably interfered with them because they were trying to learn double the amount of information. It also prevented them moving from one memory store to another. That's where we bring in this multi-store memory idea that we saw right at the beginning at the very first case study, that we're still progressing on to this idea of interference that Underwood and Postman are bringing about here. Okay, so the conclusion was new learning interfered with participants' ability to recall the first list. So basically what they're kind of saying here is almost, if we apply this to our own lives, that what we see every day and what we learn every day is actually interfering with what we previously learned. So if you try and think about a few memories, that your earliest memories, you can feel that there's a huge gap in your memory between those first memories and your most recent memories, and that's probably because of all the interference of learning new things day after day, day after day. So all that stuff perhaps that you're learning at school at the moment, and everything that you're learning right now, is probably interfering with stuff you learnt back in primary school, the early years of secondary school. So that's us applying it to our own lives. So if we look back at Underwood and Postman, so let's do a little review of that. So the aim was to see if new learning interferes with previous learning. The method, they were split into two groups. One group was asked to learn two lists of words and the other just one. And then they were both asked to recall the first list. The results, the second group, who only had to learn one, recalled it the best. And the conclusion, interference affects the participants' ability to recall new information. Okay, so that's all it is, Underwood and Postman. And tomorrow, very exciting, our second double day. Woohoo! So just learn that one, guys, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!